And I want you to know we've got 10 times the amount of inventory on the ground as we did this time last year, and darn near all of them are discounted. So shop us online at BillKramerGM.com or visit us at the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd. We'll make it easy and take great care of you.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose, hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? If competitive pricing and a quick turnaround are what matter to your business, come see us at Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, or you can give us a call at 850-326-3000. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, the best place in town to take a leak.
ESPN Northwest Florida is an active member of the Panama City Beach Chamber. We want to introduce the newest members to the Beach Chamber. Ace of Fades Barbershop, Big Chicken, 23rd Street, Fisher Homes, IRS Problem Relief, Perla Luxury Apartments, and Warren Beach Rentals. Congratulations from the only local sports talk station, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey there, folks. Looking for a place that feels like home right in the heart of Panama City? Well, look no further than Charlie Corm's Place at their new location on 15th Street. Charlie Corm's is not just a place, it's an experience. Imagine cozy corners, friendly faces, and the aroma of delicious dishes that'll make your taste buds dance. From sunrise breakfast to late night bites, Charlie Corm's on 15th Street has it all. Charlie Corm's Place on 15th Street is now offering exclusive weekday lunch specials. Visit Charlie Corm's Place on 15th Street. Look for the giant mural.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
It's time to pick your path and go big and go bold from Bill Bird Kia. You can drive away in a brand new 2024 Telluride from Bill Bird Kia. The 2024 Telluride protects what matters, and it's built for the long haul. Its technology will connect with confidence, and its upscale, all-around rugged look will take you on to the next adventure. The road is yours. Bill Bird Kia, the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us today at 2435 East 15th Street or BillBirdKia.com.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
And that's out of the ballpark.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
It's the next evolution of sports talk radio. The biggest stories and the biggest reactions.
Now.
And now, we're taking...
With the first pick.
This is the last ball you got to bat. The Inside Drive. From college to the pros. Interviews with the newsmakers, sports betting, your phone calls, and more. And now, The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios. On ESPN Northwest Florida.
And good Tuesday morning. It's been a 3-day weekend, but we are back. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida, 104.3 in Panama City Beach, 101.9 along the beautiful Forgotten Coast. But as many people do, they download that free mobile app. Where, Jay?
Google Play or Apple Store.
And they just search 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, and they can listen anywhere they have cell service or Wi-Fi, whatever it may be. And of course, you can follow us on all of our socials, Facebook, X, and YouTube. Just search ESPN Northwest Florida. Last but not least, follow us on TikTok, Inside.Drive. Jay Henley. You survived this morning out there in the heat?
I did, but glad I survived yesterday. I had a busy weekend. How about you?
You did. You were supposed to take it easy.
And that did not happen.
No. You ended up playing golf, playing in a pickleball tournament, all sorts of fun stuff.
Rode my bike like 15 miles this weekend. It was crazy.
You know, it's as hot as it's been all year. Might as well just spend it outside right. And do a lot of physical work. But so you had a lesson this morning and busy lessons this afternoon?
Busy this afternoon, and maybe I think think it quiets down for me a little bit later on in the week. But
there you go.
But yeah.
But then right around the corner is the youth camps, right?
Yes.
And you still got some spots available?
There's only 2 or 3 spots available in each camp, but next week we're going to go 3 straight weeks of golf camp, junior golf camps. Ages 11 to 14 next week, Tuesday through Friday, and then we'll do ages 7 to 10 through the middle of June. And then we'll take a little break.
Let everybody do their 4th of July stuff. It's a crazy time around here.
It is. And then we'll kick it back off the week after 4th of July with one more camp.
And then just like that, 3 more weeks, and kids will be back in school.
I know, right?
Summer will be over. Not the heat, but the summer break. That is for sure. But a lot of fun. It is Tuesday. Mm-hmm. What do you want to do first? A poll question or your tip of the week? I don't have a poll question. I rely on you for the poll questions.
The poll question?
Yeah,
man. Oh, I had one earlier. How about the tip of the week?
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, we can.
It's
making David work hard back there this morning.
All right, so how about narrow stance equals mobility, wide stance equals stability? So figure out which one you're at. Are you trying to find some stability, or are you trying to find more mobility? And then kind of you work with your stance that way. How about that?
I mean, you always hear the old shoulder width apart, but you've got a great point there. I mean, if you are already very stable and have great balance, you can narrow your stance a little bit. And when you say mobility, you're talking about more able to rotate and just kind of free up your golf swing a little bit more, as long as you stay balanced.
Right.
But that could get you some more distance versus the opposite. If you're standing too narrow and you can't stay balanced throughout a golf swing, widen your stance.
Absolutely. Or slow the swing down.
Yeah. Or both. Smooth it out. No, that's good. That's good. I like that one.
It's simple. I mean,
keep golf as simple as possible. It's more difficult than it needs to be already.
It is.
So we might as well just make it a little bit more simple. That's for sure. Yep. But I like that tip of the week. I like that tip of the week. I do want to mention yesterday, I told everybody yesterday that I would talk about it. I'll be kind of brief when it comes to it, but we did do a last minute little pickleball tournament there. The first annual Magnolia Bayou Memorial Day Pickleball Invitational. I added invitational because it sounds fancier.
Right.
But anyway, we the kids had a match, the adults had a match, everybody was sweating, exhausting, all that fun stuff. Luckily, I only had to play 2 games, and I didn't have much left in the tank, that is for sure. But we were out there, and that's the nice thing about pickleball is you can have, you can be older, you can be whoever, you can be kids, and you can all play together, which is pretty fun. It's kind of like playing golf from different tees, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. And you don't have to run around quite as much as obviously playing tennis where you're all over the place. But I want to give a shout out on the adult bracket side. You and Ian Krelling made it through the loser bracket back to the championship, but we're taken down by Brian Pointer and Amanda McDaniel.
They were hard to beat.
Her serve and her returns. Whew,
I know.
I was watching you guys chase those down, and that was good.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, and it was my first time ever playing, but she always would hit the ball right at your feet. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, that pickleball, is that a pickleball? Is that what it's called? Is that the wiffle ball?
I'm pretty sure that the sport called pickleball, the ball you use is a pickleball.
It's a pickleball?
Don't quote me on that one, but we're going to roll with that.
But it's so hard to get it up over the net if the ball was hit right at your feet. I figured that out yesterday.
Well, I've learned in pickleball, it's literally all about positioning.
Yeah.
And the tricky one that seems to get everybody is when you serve it over and it comes back, it has to bounce in your side once. And that off the air volley, you can't do it, but it happens so much. Yeah. So you just got to sit back while you're waiting for that service return so you don't let that happen. But yeah, you got to be deep of that line, especially because you can't, if it's by your feet, you ain't hitting it.
No, you're not.
And if you are, then you've got some serious skill. Yes, sir, David.
According to Google, the ball used in pickleball is called a wiffle ball.
Well, Jay, I apologize.
Okay. This is AI generated though, so who knows?
All this new search stuff. I just want my search results like they used to be.
And they were bad then.
Yeah. I don't need to wait for the thing to spin and then it reads me out a thing.
Meta.
Yeah, like on Facebook too. It's like I don't need a search engine on Facebook.
No
I just want to look up stuff. But there you go. It's called a wiffle ball. Do you know what the difference between an indoor and an outdoor pickleball is?
I have no clue.
The size of the holes and probably the quantity of the holes. The outdoor pickleball has 40 smaller holes while the indoor has larger. Because guess what you're not dealing with inside?
Wind.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, no, it was fun. And again, congratulations to Brian Pointer and Amanda McDaniel. And then, of course, on the junior side, it ended up being Emma Krelling and then Liam Mulvey. He got a great partner there with Emma. They ended up defeating Griffin Pointer and Cotton McDaniel. The McDaniel family had a great showing. 2 championship games. One ended up being the champion.
Good hand-eye coordination in that family.
There you go. Yes. No doubt about that. And Howdy was a great golfer as well. So a lot of good stuff going on there. But no, just wanted to mention that. I told everybody yesterday we'd talk about it. And here we are. But
well, thanks for hosting, Ryan. It was great. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hamburgers, hot dogs were great. The company was even better.
Yeah. You were there. I was excited.
Yeah. That was
You
great.
brought the heat, though.
Well, I fell asleep in the recliner at supposed to be there at noon, and I got a text at 1 o'clock. And
well, the good news is we hadn't started anything yet. But looking back on doing the good thing is we didn't play best out of 3 games. We just played a 1 game to 11, but we had the double elimination.
Right.
But it took a while.
It did. It did.
And we eliminated the kid and adult bracket.
Right.
Because we didn't have lights.
And our matches were right at that 2:58 p.m. Match, and it's the coolest part of the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely sun just blaring down. Yeah, I think I drank probably 25 waters yesterday. The 8 ounce, the smaller ones, but yeah. But hey, all is good. It was fun. A lot of good stuff going on there. What do you want to go? NCAA men's golf, or do you got a poll question?
I don't have a poll question.
All right,
I haven't even.
We'll think about it. We got Doc A coming up in the next segment.
Okay.
And he's excited to talk about some of his picks from early on in the season. All right, we haven't had a chance. A lot of this has been going on since we've been off the air, but do want to mention the Men's Golf National Championship. It is moved to the quarterfinals are going on as we speak right now. But as you know, as we always talk about, 30 teams from all the regionals, 5 from each of the 6 regionals qualified to play in the Men's National Championship at the Omni La Costa North Course, same place as the ladies played last week. After 3 rounds of stroke play, the field got cut down to 15, and then they play 1 more round of stroke play to determine the top 8 who move on to match play. Did Florida State and Auburn make it to the match play?
I'm going to say yes.
They did. Yeah. Illinois ended up finishing -6 for the 4 rounds, which is pretty special. Vanderbilt +10, Virginia +11, North Carolina +11, Florida State +12, Auburn +19, Ohio State +22, and Georgia Tech +25 rounded out your 8 going into match play. But like we talked about last week after the ladies played, I mean, the golf course is brand new. It just either opened or reopened. I haven't figured that one out yet. But when you redo it and you have brand new greens, what are they, Jay?
They're hard and fast, typically.
And, you've seen this, and I think that's why some of these scores got up a little bit. I mean, kudos to Illinois for shooting 6 under par for those 4 rounds. But hey, all that matters is you make it to that match play, and once you're in that match play, you certainly have an opportunity to move on. But the quarterfinals are going, like I said, going on as we speak. On the UNC Florida State match, the furthest match is through 10. What's the opposite of furthest? Shortest match. Shortest doesn't seem right.
No, it doesn't.
The match that hasn't played the most holes, they're through 7 right now. But Florida State is currently up in 4 matches and losing in 1 match. Now, a couple of those matches are 3 of those 4 matches that they're up in. They're only up 1 through 10, 1 through 9, 1 through 8, and then Ketchup, our good friend there, he's 3 up through 7. So we'll keep you updated throughout the show, and hopefully Florida State can move on to those semifinals. Illinois is currently leading Georgia Tech. They're up in 3 matches, tied in 1 match, and losing 1 match. The other quarterfinal match there, Vanderbilt and Ohio State. They just got underway. Ohio State is currently up in 3 matches, tied in 1, and losing in 1. And then the last, we've got Auburn and UVA. Very similar colors there between these 2 teams. But again, early on, furthest match is through 6, shortest match is through 3. Auburn is leading in 4 of those matches and losing in 1, but 4 of those matches they're only up by 1. So again, we'll keep you updated on all that. And we'll talk to Brad Law next week, and he can hopefully recap a little bit of this national championship for us as well. Did you come up with a poll question yet?
I haven't.
You were just spinning over there?
Let me keep thinking. Let me ponder.
You haven't said actively ponder in a long time.
Actively ponder.
That is good.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
You know where we're going to be this Friday?
We are going to be interviewing some football players.
Absolutely.
I don't know where.
Well, it's okay. You just hop in a van. We'll get there.
Okay, all right.
I can't drive when you're going to have to drive, but I can tell you where to go.
Okay.
We're going to Emerald Coast Middle School. QB Vision, our good friends there, Max Staver and Coach Bob, and then, of course, Josh Woodham down here on QB Vision Gulf Coast. They're hosting their QB Vision Elite Retreat, followed by the QB Next Camp. But we'll be there, of course, our normal time, 11 to 1 on this Friday. We'll be interviewing, Max and Bob, and we're probably just going to do a blitzkrieg of interviewing quarterbacks, and we'll ask them all sorts of different questions. But it's going to be a lot of fun to hear and quarterbacks typically are a lot more vocal when it comes to, talking, and because they have to be. You're the vocal leader of the offense, and so I'm assuming that's going to carry over into the interview.
I can't
wait. I need you to get a list of at least 20 questions, and we'll just kind of round table it and have a lot of fun.
So will these kids be local, or are they coming in from
all over the place? All over the place. If you'd listened to Max when we had him on the air last week, you'd that's okay. You slept 5 or 6 times.
I have.
And yesterday during the day, you were sleeping.
Yeah. Yes, I was. You got to zonk out.
Hey, the recliner. You settle in, flip it back.
No kid.
You put on golf because it's boring and you just fall asleep.
Or racing. I mean, racing.
I don't know. We'll get into it later. That Indy 500 was pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
Even Liam watched the last 20 laps.
Did he really?
But he also asked if he could put some money on a couple of drivers. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm either raising a future degenerate or, someone that understands not how, don't go crazy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he wins, so he gets a bank, and then he bleeds the bank down, and then he doesn't do anything, and then he'll win one again, and he'll kind of, unlike me, it goes the opposite way.
Life is a gamble, man.
That is true. Wow, Jamaican, huh? That's probably your best accent.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, that was up there. Your Boston one, not so much, but that's okay. That's okay. I was going to save it for Afternoon Delight Debrief, but it's not really, it's sports related. And I don't know if you've been following this story, Jay. Birmingham Southern, right? The college, university, they are shutting down. They're actually shutting down May 31st, this Friday coming up, because their enrollment's down. They can't afford to stay open as a college.
So my buddy Reed McCormick in Birmingham's the Birmingham Southern golf coach.
Maybe we should get him on the line.
I mean, I can text him right now.
But anyway, the reason why this is interesting is because they're Division III baseball school. They are going to the Division III. People have been following them, see how they're doing in baseball. They're going to the Division III World Series. But that means it starts after May 31st. So May 31st, the school is shutting down. So they will no longer be representing a school that exists. That's some crazy sports stuff right there.
Crazy.
So they've made it to the Division III World Series, but their particular college that they play for is going to be closed May 31st.
Texting him right now.
You're like, hey, I just heard.
What in the world?
Yeah. They need to get rid of their Birmingham Southern College jerseys and just wear the baseball team.
Yeah, they should. They should. Or maybe this will be the spark that reopens the college.
Doubt it, but yeah.
We used to when I was at Coastal, their first 4 years of football, they played in the Big South Conference, and they played Birmingham Southern every year. It was and so I've known about Birmingham Southern for a while, but this is a story that's been kind of ongoing because they're like, oh, if they make it, and then boom, lo and behold, they've made it.
You rarely hear of a college like closing their doors, right? That's crazy.
At least one that like is a more notable college.
Yeah.
Anyway, down here, I mean, they've had decent football, but again, if you're not getting the people going there, you don't have the enrollment, and you don't have huge federal grants and stuff like that coming in, then if you can't pay people to be there, you can't stay open.
Wonder what they'll turn that college into, like pickleball courts, maybe.
Yeah. Perfect. That makes sense. Yeah. We couldn't afford to keep up in the college, but we'll just demo it and put in pickleball courts. Is that it might be a big thing up there in the south side of Birmingham.
You never know.
You're just all over to pickleball now.
Yeah, I am. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready to do another one.
All right.
4th of July.
It's going to be even hotter. Maybe like virtual pickleball.
Yeah.
Like inside.
Right.
I don't know. Be kind of crazy.
I found
someone called that ping pong.
Yeah, it's true. Right. I do love ping pong.
Oh gosh. I found some humor. I was telling the guys yesterday. I thought it was hilarious. I love telling a little humorous story. But I'm sitting on Back Beach Road yesterday. It's about 10:05 a.m. and this poodle goes loose on Back Beach Road, and the owner just goes into the median and just starts running towards the poodle, and the poodle's running like a 4.40.
Oh yeah. That's a tricky thing. The more you chase it, the more it may run faster and do erratic things.
and the owner's running like a 7.240. I mean, like he has no chance. But the beauty of it is you had all these people sitting in traffic, and they were all jumping out of their cars. It was like a football.
So it was a standstill. It was a standstill.
Yeah, it was a standstill.
Both Birmingham.
Yeah.
I just got the most humor out of
So people are hopping out of the cars trying to help get the poodle?
Yes. I mean,
see, I like that. That's a good feel-good story.
It was. I mean, everybody's trying to get this poodle, but that poodle was winning
just darting and dodging in and out of cars.
Oh, my God.
It's probably a good thing there was standstill traffic.
Both east and west. I mean.
So maybe, that was a good thing. How did the poodle get out?
I don't know.
He's like, hey, we're going to make a scene here. Go run. We'll chase you. See how many people come out of the car. Could have been staged.
Hey, man, they're fast, dude. They are quick.
Yeah.
They got
4 legs.
They had found this started somewhere around like you know how you turn into Legacy over there?
Yeah.
This went eastbound all the way until past Tuffy's. You know where Tuffy's
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, I had to walk to Tuffy's, remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Whew, it was hot that day, too. It seemed a lot closer when I looked at it, but didn't get there very fast. Did the poodle get caught?
Man, by the time I had just cruised on by, there were 2 or 3 people that had cornered this poodle over near Tuffy's, and there was there was like a what do you call
standoff?
it? A standoff, and so I didn't know. I don't know if the poodle.
If anybody has any information about the loose poodle on 98 yesterday, let us know. We just want to know the poodle got home.
We want to know. That's
Man, did you hop out? Too many other people hopped out.
There was.
It would have been overkill at that point.
I agree, and I felt bad for just standing and sitting watching. But it was quite hilarious.
How big is Sailor now? I haven't seen her in months.
Oh yeah, she's going to be a smaller golden retriever, I think. I mean, I know they grow up till 2 years, but so she's almost a year old. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, you got like 2 more months.
Yeah,
but that's kind of almost.
But she's probably 40,
August 19th.
Yep. She's probably 40, 45 pounds.
No, so she's kind of slowed down a little bit, but she had some big old paws.
She did.
She jump high.
She jumps. Yeah. She can jump really high.
Long legs.
Very long legs, yeah.
She'll have to make an appearance again sometime soon.
I would like to she's calmed down a little bit. Maybe she's studio worthy now.
I know she's not studio worthy. Yeah. I loved having her around.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well,
gave me a distraction from having to listen to you. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, brother.
Yeah, I'll bring her up here. She was trying to, she loved all these wires in the studio that last time. I don't
They're
think
tasty, man. Put a little barbecue sauce on it for her.
That's it. Some may say a little shocking. All right, when we get back, we'll be joined by our good friend Steve Alexander, but we know him as Doc A. We're going to catch up on what's going on in the NBA world. Are we going to have another sweep, and are the Mavs on the cusp of doing that? We're going to find out when we get back. You're listening to The Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida, available on all your devices.
Connected.
Hear your favorite sports talk hosts.
The Coach James Hale Show. You're listening to The Inside Drive live.
The afternoon underdog.
And your favorite teams.
Braves winning!
We're live on the app. Tune in, Alexa, ESPNPC.com, Facebook, YouTube, and in your car at 101.9 and 104.3. Wherever you go, there we are. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a gentle breeze out of the west, sunshine and 89. Clear skies tonight, a little cooler at 73. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and a light breeze right around 6 miles per hour with a high of 89. About the same at 87 Thursday, and we'll have some sun. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Discover the new Kia during the Summer Sticker Sales event going on now at Bill Bird Kia. Our SUV family is built for all-in adventures and endless possibilities. Whether you're traveling on the highways or off-road, you'll do it with grace and grit. Now offering 1.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2024 Kia Sorento or a new 2024 Kia Sportage. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. Now enjoy the view this summer because the road is yours in a brand new Kia from Bill Bird Kia.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2024 Kia Sorento or new 2024 Kia Sportage with $2,165 per month per 1,000 financed in 48 months. Quantities limited. No down payment required. Cannot be combined with other finance offers. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 7/8/24.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update. Presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Nationals take Game 1 as the Braves play their first contest without Ronald Acuna Jr. I'm Kevin McAlpin, and your Braves Radio Network morning updates coming up next.
Tickets for the Braves 2024 season are going fast. This season is jam-packed with great matchups. Get your tickets at Braves.com/tickets.
Memorial Day Monday at Truist Park. The Braves fell in Game 1 of their 4-game series to the visiting Nationals by a final count of 8-4. Washington sent 8 to the plate as part of a 4-run top of the first, getting on the board on an RBI double from Eddie Rosario, RBI single from Jesse Winker, and a 2-run double off the bat of Nick Senzel. Nationals added another in the second on a solo homer from C.J. Abrams, his 9th, as Charlie Morton was tagged for 8 earned runs on 12 hits over 5 2/3, walking a pair, striking out 7, taking the loss to fall to 3-2 on the season. Braves were down 8-0 in the bottom of the 7th and finally got on the board on Sean Murphy's RBI groundout. They tacked on 2 more on a 2-run homer from Adam Duvall and added a 4th run on Orlando Arcia's RBI single. But then in the 9th, with 2 on and 2 out, Jared Kelenic went down on strikes as the Braves came up empty in Game 1. Series continues tonight with Max Fried on the mound, and as always, hear the call live from Truist Park right here on the Braves Radio Network. First pitch is set for 7:20 p.m. Eastern.
Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios. And now,
Doctor, my eyes.
Doc A joins the Inside Drive. It's just what the doctor orders.
Oh, doctor!
Talk to your doctor before use.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. In the studio with my good friend Jay. We got Doc A on the line. The NBA Finals are getting pretty close. But Doc, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. We've since changed his name from Jay to Ray, just in your spirit there.
Oh, hey. Yeah, that was my fault.
No.
Let's go sit by the bay. What do you say?
Doc A. I just may. There you go. Way to go, Ray. But Doc, obviously, we are getting close to the NBA Finals here, and you've kind of called a little bit of some of these things. You've been high on the Celtics all year, and they're moving on with the win last night against the Pacers. Are you shocked they swept them?
Well, given the fact that the Pacers had a probability win percentage of over 90% in the fourth quarter in 3 of those 4 games. Yes.
Pretty wild.
The Pacers choked a lot of that away. I mean, they were up late in all those games, and I don't know why or how, but they just couldn't finish. Careless turnovers that were not forced, unforced errors, and I just don't know if it's that they hadn't been there before or they didn't have the experience to have guys control the ball and handle the game plan down the stretch, or if it's all on Rick Carlisle or what. But really hard to watch if you're a Pacers fan, all those turnovers, and just watch all those games just slip away, especially Game 1. You're up 3 with the ball with 10 seconds left. you're going to win that game 99 times out of 100. The only way you're not going to win it is if you give it away.
Yep.
And once they did that in game one, they never really came back from it.
Yeah, and I was obviously I wasn't here last week, but we were talking about that later in the week, and you've got this opportunity there, and I was like, well, maybe that's not going to hurt them because I think they had like 22 turnovers or something like that in that game, and they only lost in overtime. I was like, well, maybe that'll help them get through the series, realizing we played a terrible game turnover wise, but the turnovers just kind of continued all series wise. Other than game 2, they were all within very close at the end of the game, and maybe it is what you said. Maybe it is just a lack of experience being there. This is Boston's second finals in 3 years, so like the Rory McIlroy when he collapsed in the Masters back in whatever year that was, and he went on to win a bunch of majors. Maybe you got to learn to lose when you're close before you can start winning.
Yeah, and I mean, if nothing else, this is good experience for the Pacers. Like Carlisle needed this. The Pacers young guys needed to see how this goes and see what it feels like. And they should be able to bounce back from it and be better next time they're in these situations. But then again, getting to the Eastern Conference Finals is not easy. So who knows when they'll have another chance.
All right, let's flip it to the Western Conference and your boy Luka. I mean, he's come alive in this series, and they're on the cusp of sweeping the T-Wolves after tonight, and we'll see what happens. But what do you think? Luka's just kind of come alive here in this. I mean, everybody's talking about Ant-Man and Karl Anthony Towns, and just taking it to the Mavericks, and the Mavericks kind of flipped the script on him.
Yeah, and as good and confident as Luka has been, especially in this series, and really throughout these playoffs, you can just kind of see his confidence grow with each team they faced. And when they close out the Wolves, and I don't know if that's going to be tonight or not, but when they do close out the Wolves, and he goes to the finals for the first time, knock on wood, that they don't become the first team ever to be up 3-0 and lose a series.
Yes, but please don't. We talked about that a couple weeks ago.
When he gets to the finals, I mean, his confidence is going to be through the roof. And I think we've seen the last of the Luka Doncic that kind of looks like the Pacers did late in those games, because early Luka and early Mavs playoffs. Dallas had trouble closing people out in games they should have won, and they blew a lot of leads, late leads, especially in the regular season for those first couple of years, where they were just completely unreliable and didn't really know what they were doing. Well, now they know what they're doing, and this Luka and Kyrie combination, along with these big guys that they've added, I mean, Dallas just looks scary, and Minnesota was set up to beat Denver and Jokic. I don't know. They obviously were not ready for this Dallas team and this 1-2 Luka Kyrie combo punch. And they've got these big guys out there, and I know Rudy's the defensive player of the year, but he sure hasn't looked like it in the series. And honestly, the Mavericks looked like the better defensive team when the Wolves were the number one defensive team of the regular season. And they keep running Gobert and Cat out there together. But I think they'd be better off playing Naz Reid or the other guy, Anderson, and let it go smaller and try to get a one-on-one matchup with the big men and put some guards out there that can play defense. Because Cat, offensively and defensively, has been a disaster for this entire series.
Yeah, he certainly kind of went away a little bit, so to speak. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, if they end up being the first NBA team in history to lose a 3-0 lead, we can take the blame completely here on the Inside Drive. But let's say the Mavs do close them out and they make it to the NBA Finals, however many games that takes. Maybe tonight, maybe the next game, who knows. What do you think's the biggest storyline in that matchup going to be? I mean, is Porzingis coming back anytime soon? Is he going to matter if he comes back?
Well, Lively is out for Dallas, and Lively's a big part of what they do, and they need Lively, especially if Porzingis is going to play. I don't know when Porzingis is going to play or if he's going to play. They were talking about him, playing against the Pacers, but then they probably got to the point where, well, I don't know that he needs to play. Let's just keep him out longer. And the Mavericks are going to have a lot of motivation to close this out tonight, so they have just as much time to rest as Boston does. Because God knows Luka needs rest, man. He's very banged up and very tired. Yet he just keeps going out there and getting it done. I think that the key to this whole thing is, can the best defensive duo in the backcourt in the NBA, which is Drew Holiday and Derek White, can they slow down or stop Luka? And so far, nobody's figured out how to do it. And what is happening in these playoff games is Luka's actually getting forced into spots where he likes to shoot the ball, or he knows Kyrie's going to be sitting in a good spot if he gets pushed into a corner, and he's going to find Kyrie, and Kyrie's going to score. And no one has slowed down Luka or taken him off his game or interfered with his ability to pass the ball to open guys. And I don't, even as good as Derek White and Drew Holiday are, I don't think I don't know that anybody can stop Luka from getting to where he wants to go. And so what we're going to have is we're going to have Boston and their cohesive 5-man unit going against Luka and Kyrie, who's kind of like they're the Lone Ranger and Tano, right? And going against this good, solid group of players in Boston. But I think when it comes to big playoff games like this, you want that alpha dog. You want that guy like Luka, who's with the game on the line, is wanting the ball and is going to make a good decision, whether he shoots a three or hits an open player. And I just don't know that Boston has that dynamic, and I think it might hurt them against Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, that's some good stuff. I think Jay's looking for a futures between the Celtics and the Mavericks, and right now, plus 185 for the Mavericks, and the Celtics are minus 225. Who would you be taking on that one?
I got Mavs in 7.
And there you go.
All right.
Put it down. Plus 225.
Yes,
that means
sir.
you bet $10, you get $22.50.
I got it.
All right.
I'm not looking forward to the day that Jay's boys come to my front door and be like, all right.
If Jay's got boys, then we don't know.
You cost our guy down in St. Pete $4,000 this year, and he wants his money back.
They're coming to break some legs.
I think Jay's units are a lot smaller than that. That's for sure. But we're on the cusp of the NBA Finals coming up here soon. Is there any? You've been following basketball forever. You've got all the memorabilia, all the cool stuff. Is there any NBA Finals that are some of your favorite that come to mind, if you do have any?
Not really, because my team were never in them. Dominique and the Hawks got beat every year, usually by the Celtics. And the Pacers only got there once and then lost to the Lakers. Now, I was at one of those finals games against the Lakers in Indy, so that was pretty cool and memorable and one of my favorites. But really, the heyday, like Celtics, Lakers back in the 80s, when I was a kid, and just getting ready for those games, it's so fun. And so, we didn't even know it at the time, but we were witnessing history, Magic against Larry and all that stuff. And, those were the days.
Did you miss the starter jacket deal back in the 80s, Doc A? I was trying to figure out, did you have a starter jacket?
It's funny you say that. I did not have a starter jacket, but my buddy in Dahlonega, Denny, has a red satin Hawks starter's jacket from the 80s, and he keeps asking me if I want it. And I keep telling him, first of all, there's no way I'd fit in that thing. I'm bigger than Santa Claus. And secondly, no, why would I want it? He's like, well, it's a collector's item, Doc. You're a Hawks guy. You're an NBA guy. You're a famous, and yeah, you need this jacket. And so now his Red Hawk satin jacket has kind of become a running joke over at Johnny B's, and I still haven't seen it other than a picture of him wearing it back in the day.
I got you.
I did have a New York Jets NFL jacket that had the white like fake leather sleeves on it.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep, like a varsity jacket, kind of.
Yeah, kind of like a varsity jacket. And I don't know, I was not a Jets fan. I think my mom, we were poor. I think my mom found that for like $5 at JCPenney's. Oh, he likes football. I'll give him a Jets jacket. I remember I wore it over to my friend's house when I was in like 3rd grade, and we were going to play football. And one of the neighborhood dogs attacked me and bit holes, like 1,000 teeth holes in the arms of that jacket. And it was never worn again. That was it.
Did the leather, the pleather sleeves help protect you?
They did. They did
See?
a great job of protecting me. I was not bleeding. I was not hurt. I think the dog was more playing with me than anything. But
what kind of dog was it? I was visualizing like his canine training academy.
That's what I was.
He's out there with the Jets jacket
Yeah,
on.
that's sort of like what it was. Like the German Shepherd jumping up on my arm and just never letting go.
Yeah. But it's a good thing you didn't have the starter jacket. You got that one.
Yeah.
Could have been a different
the New York
story.
Jets jacket really came into play there.
Joe Willie Namath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jay's a big Jets fan.
Oh, yeah. Big. Huge.
We'll end on this, Doc. Obviously, some sad news coming out of the world of the NBA yesterday. Bill Walton passed away after his battle with cancer at the age of 71. And, Bill, he's just been involved and a great ambassador for the game for so long. Not only because, a lot of people, especially in this day and age, a lot of people don't remember, he won 2 NBA titles. He was an MVP and a Hall of Famer. But his proudest accomplishment was being the 6th man of the year. But he's been such a personality for NBA and TV and all that stuff for so long. I know you don't have any stories about Bill Walton, but if there's anything you wanted to say kind of about Bill Walton, we'd love to hear it.
Well, there's so many cool stories about him, and he was such a good dude. Like, I think that's the thing that sticks with me is, like, you talk about a guy who didn't have any enemies. Like, Bill Walton's the nicest guy ever. And, I'm not a Grateful Dead fan, and sometimes his Grateful Dead shtick and his tie-dye shirts and stuff, I was like, I'm not really feeling this. But, I mean, if that's the only bad thing I can say about the guy, and lots of people love the Grateful Dead, so there's nothing wrong with that. But, I mean, the stories these legends are telling about Bill Walton and their experience with him, like, every one of them is fairly inspirational and has a good theme to it, and he just really didn't do anything wrong. He did everything right. He got hurt early in his career, which was kind of a buzzkill, but like you said, he had that late career resurgence as the 6th man with the Celtics. He really had a bond with Larry Bird. He had a bond with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He had a bond with UCLA and legendary coach John Wooden.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere he went, he made friends and lifelong friends, and just a great guy, great storyteller, and a guy where there are also great stories told about him. And unfortunately, he's one of the few 80s NBA players I don't have any stories about. I don't ever remember interacting with Bill Walton.
Yeah, maybe it's because he didn't do anything. Like you said, not saying enemies, but he was just a good guy, so likable, and that's why you see such outpouring of love and stories for this guy, because he was one of the good guys in the NBA. There's no doubt about it. All right, we got about 30 seconds tonight. Mavs, Timberwolves. What are we thinking over/under wise for Jay? He needs to get something back here.
Yeah. Is the line 1.5? Or is it,
let me hear it. Let me pull up where we can legally bet here.
I think I got it. I think I saw
1.5. 1.5. Dallas is 1.5. Over/under's 211.
I think I would take Dallas. They're at home. Luka's hot. They don't want to extend this thing any longer than it has to be extended. They don't want to, have to go back to Minnesota with a risk of falling into a 3-2 situation. They want to end it tonight, and they want to get rest. They end it tonight. They're off till a week from Thursday. So Boston and I know Dallas could use the rest. Boston is healthy. Maybe they should keep playing, but they don't have that opportunity now. They're done until the finals get here. So I think Dallas is going to finish it off tonight, but it all depends. Are we going to get a signature Anthony Edwards game? I mean, he was all the rage 10 days ago, and now he hasn't done anything.
Yep.
Including playing terrible defense. So.
Yes. One more quick one. Hard Rock's got a boosted single game parlay. Luka Doncic over 4.5 threes over there, plus over 29.5 points. You taking that or no? I think
yes.
Okay.
I think I would try it.
There you go, Jay. It's plus 230.
With one of Jay's very small units.
Yes.
Hey, Doc, what about Anthony Edwards to record 31 plus points or 9 plus assists? Do you take that or leave it?
He's not going to have 9 assists.
Okay.
It's or, though. It's or. It's not and.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to need to score a ton of points tonight if they're going to win. Like, he needs to be aggressive out of the gate. I do kind of like Anthony Edwards going out with a bang tonight. So I think 31 for Ant is not a crazy bet.
Yeah. Love it. There you go. I mean, he's got to. They lose this one, they're going home. So he's got to do as much as he can to carry the team. That's for sure. Doc, we appreciate your time as always. Enjoy the game tonight, and we look forward to talking to you next Tuesday.
Can't wait. Go Mavs.
There you go. You guys are listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back.
We're starting fresh.
Fresh new start.
Locally sourced, Farm to Radio. The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey is live and local. From the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios. On ESPN Northwest Florida. America's team plays here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's number 10.
The Atlanta Braves on ESPN Northwest Florida. Charlie Morton, Max Fried, and Chris Sale lead the Braves' dominant pitching rotation.
That's 18 up, 18 down.
Sponsored by Panama City Toyota, Ellis Agency Insurance, Bestway Portable Buildings, PCB Hobby, and ESPN Northwest Florida.
Got him swinging, strike 3.
Here at Tracy's Fine Jewelry, we're here to help you celebrate the graduate in your life. What better way to celebrate this moment in time than with an exquisite timepiece? We have a large selection of Bulova and Caravelle watches, now 15% off. Tracy's Fine Jewelry has the perfect personalized gifts, from diamond initial pendants and rings to monogram pieces they'll cherish for a lifetime. All on sale today for 30% off. Commemorate your graduate today and show them how proud you are with a gift from Tracy's Fine Jewelry on the corner of 15th Street and East Avenue in Cedar Grove.
At Panama City Toyota, summer starts now. And you'll get 2.99% APR plus 90 days until you make your first payment on a new Camry. Get 2.99% on the fun-to-drive Corolla. At 2.99% on a new RAV4. Or go bold and get 2.99% on the tough Tundra. Celebrate summer with a great deal from Panama City Toyota.
Offer expires June 3rd. Visit PanamaCityToyota.com. New ownership and brand new renovations at Bayside Marina, the one-stop shop for all your boating needs in Panama City. Boat storage, valet service boat launching, pontoon rentals, non-ethanol fuel, on-site mechanic, ice, drinks, cleaning station, live bait and tackle. Our marina store is loaded. Relax and enjoy your day on the water at Bayside Marina, Big Daddy Drive, Panama City Beach, or call 850-234-7650. That's 234-7650.
For the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey and Jay Henley.
This man is destroying golf.
Broadcasting live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
You may be right, but our ratings are up and we're attracting new youthful sponsors.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is how we do it.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Going to talk a little bit about some tragic news from the golf world over this past weekend. Jay, I know you know we talked a little bit about it, but two-time PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray unfortunately took his life, I believe it was Friday evening after he withdrew on the 16th hole of the second round of the Charles Schwab Challenge over there at Colonial Country Club. His family released a statement. Nobody exactly knew what happened, but people had kind of some thoughts because he had been battling, alcoholism, depression, all those things. He's a two-time PGA Tour winner. He's 30 years old, and the family released a statement the next day. It says, "We have spent the last 24 hours trying to come to terms with the fact that our son is gone. It's surreal that not only we have to admit to ourselves, but we also have to acknowledge it to the world. It's a nightmare. We have so many questions that have no answers but one. Was Grayson loved? The answer was yes. By us, by his brother Cameron, by his sister Erica, all of his extended family, by his friends, by his fellow players, it seems, by many of you who are reading this, he was loved and he will be missed. We would like to thank the PGA Tour and the entire world of golf for the outpouring of support. Life wasn't always easy for Grayson. Although he took his own life, we know he rests peacefully now. Please respect our privacy as we work through this incredible tragedy, and please honor Grayson by being kind to one another. If that becomes his legacy, we could ask for nothing else."
Amen. I mean, I don't know what to say with all that. I mean, it's just, it's tough.
Well, you don't have to say anything because the Korn Ferry Tour winner, back-to-back Korn Ferry Tour winner, Harry Higgs, had this message after he won the tournament he played in this past weekend on the Korn Ferry Tour. He said, "I just have a message, so forgive me if things get a little deep." Higgs began, We lost yesterday, one of our own. I don't know if you guys heard the news, but somebody who went through a lot of difficult things, somebody who was open and honest about it, and I thought last night I didn't sleep worth a darn, and I'm really good at sleeping. I thought about this moment and how to maybe remember Grayson. Said, everybody that's here, one, thank you so much for receiving me and congratulating me and cheering me on throughout. But this golf stuff and the result is lovely, sure, but it's just not that meaningful. He goes on to say, one thing that I kind of thought about last night, especially laying in bed, I would challenge everybody here, and I'm going to do this myself as well. Each day is to say something nice to someone you love, and also to make a point to say something nice to somebody you don't even know. The world is a very difficult place. The world is difficult and only getting more difficult. I've been blessed with great parents and a great support system, and I haven't had, other than some frustration at times, any battles mentally. But Lord knows many people do, and it's only ever increasing. So everybody on here could be a difference. The difference, brighten up somebody else's day. It could mean the world. The challenge, I'll start. I'm sure I'll say some great things to the people I love, hopefully here very soon. But second part of the challenge, say something nice to people I do not know. I'd like to address each and every one of you guys that are here. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Knoxville, you guys were warm and gracious hosts. This will mean the world to me as I think back on it, but I will just remember the great people I met here in Knoxville. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Let's go try to put some good out in the world. Well said, Harry Higgs.
Yeah, well said.
And we talk about that stuff all the time here on the Inside Drive. Like, there's so much craziness, and you never know what people are dealing with.
Yeah.
Just go out of your way to be nice.
That's right.
Say hi to people you don't know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
If they don't say hi back, it's fine.
That's right.
You got to do what you got to do. But some tough stuff, and you just never know, the battles people are going through. But kudos to Harry Higgs for, taking an opportunity with a pretty big platform to put something out there like that. I think we need more of that. I think we need more of that from these people in the sports world that are, in the limelight with an opportunity to influence.
Yeah.
What do they call these people on social media?
Influencers. That's right.
Use your influence for something positive.
That's right.
Do that. Be nice. Anyway. Yeah. I just want to make sure we mention that today. That was obviously a very tragic situation, with what happened with Grayson Murray, and, rest in peace, and just do something nice for somebody today. You don't know who needs it. That is for sure. A couple other things out of the golf world. You'll like this one, Jay. I don't know if you saw who won the Senior PGA Championship this weekend.
I actually, real quick on the Senior PGA Championship, I feel like I'm getting old here because I recognize more names on the senior list than what I do when I'm watching the PGA Tour. So, I think I watched like the final 4 holes of that. I can't remember who it was that won. He won by like 2 or 3 strokes. But anyways, that was just wild for me when I turned it on. I'm like, oh, man. Why do I know all these names?
I mean, and that's a point we talk about often here when we're talking about the crazy times that golf is in with the LIV and the more David Hayes, who's not even an avid golf fan, no offense at all, knows more people on the senior tour than he does on the PGA Tour.
Right.
It's just it's kind of wild. But anyway, so Richard Bland ended up winning the Senior PGA Championship. But usually when you win the Senior PGA Championship, it comes with a 1-year PGA Tour champions exemption for the season, which is a big deal. It means you don't have to qualify for anything. But, however, because Richard Bland plays on the LIV Tour, he is not getting that exemption. So from the Champions Tour, in spite of the win, because of him competing in an unauthorized event by the PGA Tour, he will be ineligible for tour-affiliated events. The PGA of America, USGA, and R&A each operate based on their criteria of their own.
I didn't know Richard Bland was LIV.
Now you do.
Huh.
See?
So you got to be. I didn't even know there was an age. I guess there's not an age limit for LIV.
No, I mean Phil plays.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
Or play. I don't know how much longer he's going to be playing, but
yeah.
But yeah, Richard Bland.
How about that?
Now he'll obviously get to play in the Senior PGA Championship again, and then potentially obviously he qualified for it some ways, probably maybe by previous year's finishes, but and it's the same thing as if. But see, the LIV guys can't play on PGA Tour events. But I guess when you win the Senior PGA, you get an exemption on the Senior Tour.
I watched a little bit of that this weekend. Like, I always think about Chris DeMarco, Ernie Els. I've got them pictured from like the 90s, and then you see them, and it's like, oh no, it's the year 2024. Like, oh boy.
It's been several years now, but I had an opportunity when we were doing some stuff with the Golf Channel to go and play in the Pro-Am. At the time, it was called the Rapiscan System Classic, and got to see a lot and talk to a lot of the Senior Tour guys, and they're older guys now.
Yeah.
But the Senior Tour is just, a bunch of guys going out there with their buddies for the most part. Now, there's a lot of people that the Senior Tour is probably the first highest level professional tour that they've played on, because the Senior Tour qualifying is a little bit easier, and I use that term very loosely, to get there. I think it's just a one event to get onto the tour.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, they're all just out there having fun, shooting the breeze with their buddies and playing golf. Now, there's a lot of people trying to compete as well that, didn't play on the PGA Tour, but it's cool. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, these guys are, they're getting up there now for sure. I mean, look at Jack. Jack's getting way up there.
Well, that was a Nicklaus course they played, I believe.
I think that was at Harbor Shores. Is that right? I'm just guessing that off the top of my head. Because it was in Benton Harbor, Michigan.
Right.
The only reason I know Harbor Shores is because that was a Kemper Sports course.
Okay. My thought,
They've hosted several Senior PGAs.
Out on number 3 at Bay Point, you have that big false front, right? Mm-hmm. Well, number 10 at that same course, did you see that huge false front on number 10?
I did not.
Oh, my gosh.
But yeah, Harbor Shores, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But, I mean, if these guys left it short on 10, Ryan, the ball was rolling back 100 yards. I mean, it was crazy.
That's good. I mean, that's what you want, though, is a PGA championship. Yeah. You also got some other news, and you want to break that to us? You text me about it 10 minutes ago. So
breaking news.
It was breaking news like 3 hours ago.
Was it? So, Lexi.
Breaking news.
Lexi Thompson retiring at the age of 29
from the world of golf. She's been around for a while. Is
that the girl who just won like 6 out of 7 times?
No, that's Nelly Corda.
Oh, close.
But Lexi Thompson kind of came on the scene at a very, very young age, playing. I think she even played in a PGA Tour event maybe at some point. But yeah, this will be her. She's 29 years old. This will be her 18th U.S. Open.
Well, daggone.
Do the math on that.
Her career as an adult.
Yes, absolutely.
And as a kid, I remember her in the 2006 U.S. Kids Golf World Championship in Williamsburg, Virginia, before they moved to Pinehurst, Ryan. And her name was Alexis back then. Yeah. And then she changed it to Lexi, I guess, whenever she became professional. But
got to drop the A.
Yeah, that's right. That's it.
That was good.
But 29 and retiring, hey, maybe she'll be a commentator like Dottie Pepper.
She's going to go on to do something in the world of golf.
Yeah.
But she's she's been playing. That's what happens. She's been playing, what's that, 2018, like 11, 12, 13 years old is when she really started playing high level professional golf. Yeah. I mean, you got to be like burnt out a little bit. Right?
Got to be.
Maybe she's going to start the women's LIV tour.
Ooh, I like that.
Good.
Hey, that might be the first time somebody said that in the history of the world. So you started right here on the Inside Drive. I like that.
WLIV.
Whatever.
I don't think W's a Roman numeral, is it?
No, it's not. But
also want to wish we'll
you can
keep
take
it.
2 L's and put them.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Just turn them on their side.
Who's that? Play 154 holes per tournament.
That's a lot. That is a lot. But yeah. So Lexi Thompson retiring at the World for Golf. I knew her caddy for a little while. I've probably mentioned it here on the show. He was Benji Thompson, no relation, the same last name. He was the one that when she won whatever that tournament is where they jump in the pond, that major. He was the one that did, I think, a front flip or a back flip in there when she. I think that might have been her first major win. But she hit the ball a long way, and she was kind of bringing some eyes to the LPGA Tour and that kind of stuff. But great career, albeit fairly short. But again, she started at such a young age. That's for sure. Also, want to wish good luck. We'll follow it along as it gets underway on Thursday to our good friend Lottie Woad, as she won the Augusta National Women's Amateur, so she has got an exemption for all the major tournaments this year. And, unfortunately, Florida State's season came to an end when they didn't make the match play, but Amy's up there in Lancaster, Pennsylvania for the I believe it's the 79th U.S. Women's Open. But good luck to Lottie in that one. We'll see how she did very well in the women's PGA, so we'll see what happens there and see how well she can do. But very cool. That's some good stuff. You win the Augusta National Women's Amateur and you get an exemption into all 4 majors. But it's also very tough to get into the Augusta National Women's Amateur. So you're obviously a very, very good golfer when it comes to that kind of stuff. Oh, we got about 30 seconds, David. Don't want to jump into too many other things.
Yeah, you can go 50 seconds if you'd like.
All right. Do you know who
20?
Do you know who retired from Major League Baseball umpiring?
No. Wendelstedt.
He's not a demon.
Wendelstedt.
Who's that?
Joey
Wendelstedt?
Wendelstedt's like a huge umpire.
All right, we're burning up
like
this 50 seconds.
Right.
Angel Hernandez.
Oh.
He stepped down.
I got you.
So the social media world has been buzzing now that one of the more controversial, for lack of a better term, just with balls and strikes kind of thing is gone. So.
Oh, yes. Okay, I see him.
There you go. And Alan Sandage even said, if Ronald Acuna has to tear his ACL for an Angel Hernandez to retire, maybe that's a little offering to the baseball gods there. But yeah. You're listening to The Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. When we back, it's time for our afternoon delight debrief. Jay, you better get to researching. You got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
All right, now, Jeff, have you avoided James Hale at the baseball tournament?
Yeah, we got to hear that.
Is he trying to hunt you down and get you access to food and drink and such?
You know what? I have not seen Coach yet. I know Tuesday was a tough day for him. He planned on coming and watching Alabama play a lot at the Hoover Met.
Weekday morning 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a gentle breeze out of the west, sunshine and 89. Clear skies tonight, a little cooler at 73. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and a light breeze right around 6 miles per hour with a high of 89. About the same at 87 Thursday, and we'll have some sun. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hey there, business owners. Do you feel lost in a sea of numbers, struggling to navigate your day-to-day accounting? At Lighthouse CPAs, they specialize in guiding businesses to make more money and keep more of what you make. From bookkeeping to tax planning, they've got you covered. Plus, with their user-friendly software, managing your finances has never been easier. Spend less time on paperwork and more time growing your business. Call Lighthouse CPAs 850-785-5254.
Discover the most convenient way to buy men's clothing. Pierce Bespoke. Whether it's custom or casual, they come to you to take the hassle out of shopping. If buying off the rack doesn't work for you, let Pierce Bespoke show you how to get the perfect fit. Call Pierce Bespoke to schedule your appointment. 251-278-8270. That's 251-278-8270.
WPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Lynn Haven, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome to the Inside Drive, the next big thing.
It's a big, huge, giant deal.
Sports betting, huge reactions, Your calls and real-time coverage of the stories you're following. Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios. On ESPN Northwest Florida.
Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight.
And welcome back. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida, 104.3 in Panama City Beach, 101.9 in Port St. Joe along the beautiful Forgotten Coast. You can also watch, listen, comment, share, like, all that good stuff on all of our social channels. We got Facebook, X, and YouTube. Just search up ESPN Northwest Florida. Download our free mobile app inside the Google Play or Apple Store. That way you can take us anywhere we want to go. And I know you got a lot of people outside of our listening area that like to listen most days. Yep. And I'm assuming they do it on the app.
They put us in their back pocket.
And there you go.
Yep.
There you go. Can you hear from back there? If it's connected to some kind of Bluetooth device, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, if you got AirPods. I just got in the AirPod world just last week. Got my AirPods.
How often do you lose those?
Well, I mean, I still have them.
It's only been a week, though.
Yeah, it's been a week.
Hey, there we go.
But, yeah, we'll see. I love them, man. I mean, this is the first time I've been wireless. I always use, like, the headphones that have, like, the wires. And, man, gosh.
You're highfalutin.
It's freedom,
I don't like stuff in my ears.
Really?
Yeah. I think my ear, they're small.
Like, you got something in your ear right now?
No, I don't. It's on my ear.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's not in my ear.
So you got to have those, like, Liam-type headphones.
I need small.
That just cancels the world out.
Yeah.
Then you got to always be like, huh? And then you still got music going in this ear, so you're like, yeah, I'm hearing you, but I ain't listening to you.
Hearing and listening are two different things. But yeah, so cool. Welcome to the world of wireless.
Thank you.
Headphones.
And it's like, you take it out, and it automatically knows that you've taken it out, which is crazy.
Yeah. Welcome to 2 years ago technology.
Probably as long.
Maybe more than that. They've got like 3 or 4 versions.
I'm slow, but I'm worth the wait.
That's right.
There you go, brother.
Right. That's Joanna.
Hey, I watched 60 Minutes twice, and it took me 2 hours. It's right on par.
Thanks for clearing that one up. Oh, but yes, mobile app. That's where we left off. You can also follow us on TikTok, Inside.Drive. And then, of course, got to give a huge shout out to our studio sponsor. Been going for over a year with us, and that's Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor. They are right there at the corner of Frankford and 23rd Street, the mecca of car dealerships and boat dealerships. You give the car dealership a call, 850-250-1403, or the Marine side, 850-851-0453. They got a ton of vehicles in stock right now. Their service department is rocking and rolling, and they don't just service, GM and all that. They'll take care of whatever you need. And of course, one of their famous things, they have tires at cost. They'll get them going for you there as well. And they also have express service. You just need to get a quick oil change or something like that. You can drive on in, and they will take care of you. Again, that's Bill Kramer GM. And of course, all the boats were out this past weekend. It was Memorial Day weekend. I think they even had a concert out there at Shell Island. But if your boat is not working, you're missing out. There's one place to go, or they'll come right to you, and that's Kramer Marine and Outdoor. They're Yamaha outboard full-line dealer. They do have a Yamaha Master Certified Mechanic on staff. They sell Seabourn, Spider, Sundance, and Skeeter. All right there at KramerMarineandOutdoor.com. Just give them a call if you need to get something to get on the water, get your boat fixed. And heck, if you're done like Lexi is with golf, you can have them sell that boat as well. Yes, sir, David Hayes.
I did do that because right over there by Bill Kramer Chevrolet and GMC, Reggie Hellett's Auto Body Shop caught on fire this morning around 10 a.m.
Oh.
So it's getting hot over there.
That's not good. Hope everybody's okay.
The fire department's on scene and everything. Looks like they kept it from spreading to the Enterprise building over there. So, yeah, everyone is okay. I saw a few things on Facebook about it and figured when you were bringing up Bill Kramer Chevrolet, just right there across the street. So if you...
we were there this morning at like we were there between 8:30 and 9.
Oh.
So, it was a little bit later on. Sounds like everybody's okay. And yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
But yes, Bill Kramer GM and Kramer Marine and Outdoor right there at the corner of Frankford and 23rd Street.
It does look like, according to the update at 11:12 a.m., so about an hour ago, that law enforcement has blocked off traffic at the intersection of Frankford and 23rd. So
perfect.
Get another update on that.
Just hang out at Bill Kramer GM.
Boom.
While you're waiting.
Yeah, there you go.
Some coffee, check out the whips.
They'll make it easy and take great care of you.
Yes, sir.
You got anything you want me to go first?
Well, I keep looking at this Pope Francis thing, and I probably don't need to.
Okay.
Well,
Don't slur your words here, brother.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, we'll punt that one.
Just go.
I don't know what it's about, so I don't know. I'm sitting on edge over here
this weekend. Just punt that thing.
Yeah,
dude, I watched so many different types.
Drop kick. There was tons on you. The women's lacrosse national championship, the men's lacrosse national championship.
You watch that?
Yeah, Notre Dame dominated that one. Ooh, I could use that as an afternoon delight debrief. We'll talk about that later.
While y'all are watching that, I started watching that new Netflix series, Tires, and it's like 4 guys.
Yeah, it's the comedians.
Yeah, in a tire shop. And if you like work.
Gillis.
Yep.
Oh, man. Oh, dude, I was laughing so hard over the weekend. Such a great show.
Well,
I mean,
he's just become another person now being on Netflix. Huh?
Yeah,
your whole world's opened up.
Yep, $16.95 a month. There you go.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I remember back in the day, Netflix, $4.99, and they'd send you DVDs, and you had to put them back in the thing and put them back in your mailbox.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just would have known what Amazon, Netflix, Apple was all going to be.
I know.
Things would be a lot different.
Yeah, that'd be that way for a lot of people.
No doubt about that.
And I remember Columbia House where you got all the CDs for for a penny.
On like the thing, the mailer thing.
Do you remember that?
I think so.
Oh yeah, you could get 40 CDs for a penny. They just wanted your information.
That's it.
And then
mailing. That's how they used to. Nowadays you buy email lists. That's how they did it back in the day. Here's 40 crappy CDs.
Yep.
It's a penny, and now I got your information.
That's it.
Now I'm going to send you more junk.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the old school. Let's call that phishing. Old school phishing. Not F. PH.
PH, yep. That's right. That's it.
There you go. All right, since we're going to skip on that one, I've got a few here. Obviously, we got a lot to catch up on, so I didn't realize there was going to be so many good stories. We'll start with this one. This is from 3 days ago. It's UPI Odd News. Alligator escapes from petting zoo at Missouri Middle School. Whoa. Before I read the article, I want to unpack that first.
Yes.
I understand the alligator escaping from a petting zoo, but why is there a petting zoo at a Missouri middle school?
Trying to teach the young, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Reptile habitat right there. Maybe it's different. I haven't read it. I never read any of these beforehand. Sometimes that's
got to be like little baby gators, right?
You would think so. But we're about, yeah.
Was Okefenokee Joe there?
Okefenokee
He might have been.
You remember him?
I know, but I love that name. I'm considering going to the DMV after this.
Except David. Or just change it to Joe, too. Might as well embrace it.
Okefenokee Joe, like straight up.
Junior.
Junior. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, new dad. Used to be Ralph, now I'm Okefenokee Joe.
Okefenokee
Junior.
They both got a great ring to them.
They do.
Oh, man. Anyway, May 24th, authorities in Missouri are searching for a small alligator that escaped from a petting zoo exhibit set up at a Kansas City middle school. So we learned a little bit more there.
That's temporary.
Yeah.
Man, how much better would it be if this is a permanent establishment?
What do we got to do to start that?
Oh, no kidding.
What would be the best middle school here for a
petting zoo?
Yeah.
With reptiles.
A reptile petting zoo.
UA.
There you go. I'll get on the horn.
Academy.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just put in a turf field and they're building a gym. Maybe they can put a little annex in the gym for the petting zoo.
Yeah.
It's only for the middle school kids, though, not for the elementary school kids.
That's right.
Because let's be safe.
I think Jay should team up with Merritt Brown and get them some bears. Teach them how
they are brown. I've seen their mascot.
Brown
we played
bears,
them.
black bears, the difference in how you react to them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, another one I've added to this, Ryan.
Where are we going?
If it's brown, this is true. Brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night.
If it's white, grab you a Coca-Cola.
Yeah. That's how you distract a polar bear.
Polar bear's the most dangerous one.
Yeah.
Good night. White is good night.
One too.
Yeah. The polar bear, that makes no sense.
No, it makes 100% sense.
It looks like a teddy bear to me.
Yeah.
Don't they kind of all look like teddy bears?
They do. They made a series called Winnie the Pooh out of a bear. That's what happens. All you do is make one cartoon and everybody thinks bears are nice, and they're not.
Polar bears actually kind of look the most ferocious. And then what do we say about cold-hearted people? Well, polar bears are living in the cold. They're cold-hearted bears.
Yeah,
right?
Living in the cold, there's no people around. No.
Yeah, they're hating life.
Hopefully, you shouldn't come to a confrontation with a polar bear. If you are, then we've lost control of what you're doing. If it's white, good night.
If it's white, good night.
There you go, brother.
I still don't trust the first, well, maybe the second one. I don't trust that one. Anyway, I'll finish this one. It's not as cool as what you just said. But
I don't know.
The KC Pet Project said the 14-inch alligator was last seen about 11 a.m. Thursday at Lakeview Middle School, where a third-party company had been hired to set up a petting zoo to celebrate the end of the school year. Officers searched the school and surrounding grounds for the animal at the site of the school for several hours, but were unable to locate the animal, KC Pet Project said in a Facebook post. Officials said they are concerned for the safety of the alligator, as it was last seen with its mouth taped shut. If you can fit it in your hand, Tori Fugate, the Chief Communication Officer for the KC Pet Project Animal Services Department, told the Kansas City Star its mouth is taped shut, so our biggest concern is that it cannot fend for itself. The story goes on to talk about the KC Pet Project, but...
That's crazy.
Sad. Find the alligator.
Yeah.
Mouth's taped shut.
Yeah, people chase a poodle all the way around, but won't go chasing an alligator around? Come on.
Like,
goodness gracious.
Was nobody watching it?
Yeah. Lockdown.
I can picture this this mobile petting zoo being like something Joe Exotic did.
Yeah.
You know, bringing tigers. What about tigers? What do you do for a tiger?
What now?
You got brown bears, black bears, and white bears. You know what to do for those. What if you encourage or
charge it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to come up with a good rhyme.
Well, you got two. You got a Bengal and you got a Siberian.
Yeah.
I prefer the Siberian. You know what he did to, was it Roy or Siegfried that got hurt?
The only time I was in Vegas was when that happened. That happened.
That happened while you were in Vegas?
Yep, in 2003.
Remind me never to go to Vegas.
Yeah, right. And I was staying at the Harris Casino right across the street from the Mirage. And it happened that week. That's crazy. I remember that. That tiger went after Siegfried. Was it Siegfried or Rory?
That's what I'm looking up. I cannot remember.
I don't think it was Rory.
It was Roy.
Roy.
It was Ray.
I was thinking golf.
Oh, did he say Rory? I didn't even hear it.
Tiger and Rory, one of them, man.
That's true. Maybe that's where it came from.
It could be.
But yeah, no, it was Roy.
Okay.
Roy got it's been 22 years since that happened. Man, you were in Vegas when you were just over the age of 21.
I was.
Nice.
Yeah, that was fun.
There you go.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, well, I'm all, we passed on your story.
You got something about a monkey here, though.
Is that in the loose in South Carolina?
Yeah.
All right, fire it up.
Colleton County. You know all about South Carolina.
Oh, yeah. Colleton River Plantation. Beautiful golf course.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. I've seen it. I never played it. Misbehaving monkey that escaped from his South Carolina home has been safely captured after spending the weekend on the loose. Colleton County Animal Services announced Monday on social media that the 15-year-old Japanese macaque named Bradley.
That's why I let you read this one.
Was successfully captured and is back in the custody of his owner. Let's scroll down a little bit. Animal Services officials said Bradley escaped Thursday from the Walterboro habitat where he was living for nearly 6 years. Animal Service and Colleton County Sheriff's Office joined the search for simian suspect on Friday after initial attempts to recapture Bradley were unsuccessful. Officials had said prior to Bradley's capture that the search for the monkey was being hindered by members of the public attempting to get a look at the animal. Video posted to social media showed Bradley perched on top of a resident shed.
That's
The outpouring of concern and information from Colleton County residents has been overwhelming, and we were thankful for public support in helping to locate Bradley. We so appreciate the community support for animal welfare, Animal Services officially wrote. How about that?
There you go.
Yikes.
Bradley
the monkey.
Silly monkey on the loose. I feel like South Carolina's got a lot of animal escapes.
They're almost as bad as Florida, I feel like. As far as just craziness.
You can have a kangaroo in Florida? We determined you can't. I can't remember.
You can. You got to have like the
permit,
FWC, and it's got to be a certain level. I've been deep diving.
It can't be like higher than...
you know, the gates and everything that they want you to have and the type of food. I don't know if I'm able to afford that yet, but I am going to continue to think about owning a kangaroo one of these days.
I feel like it'd be a great guest here on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then we could do the charity event with you.
Could.
The boxing event, the charity boxing event between you and David's kangaroo.
If I'm training him, you're going to be fine. If he's professionally trained, you're going to be in trouble. So it just depends on the route that I end up going with said kangaroo.
Dude, I'm beating that kangaroo, man. He's got some short arms. Like, there's no way he's boxing up on me.
If it's a trained kangaroo, I'm gonna say you're plus 500. I'm gonna give this kangaroo minus 350.
Okay, good.
I don't know. I saw you move pretty quick yesterday, though.
Yeah.
You can't just keep running away from it, though.
What?
You have to engage with that.
Of course.
See, with people like Jay, they've got that nice demeanor, and they are nice all the time and stuff, but you hit that switch, though. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, that's when, if you don't see that a lot, then I would imagine you're not seeing anything but black at that point in time, so...
He's fighting back.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just in case you didn't make that correlation.
I did. And I wasn't even trying to correlate.
That was
like
good.
that. I was just saying he was blacking out, you know?
Oh, yeah. Usually they say you see red.
Yeah, red, yeah.
But hey, that kangaroo gets up on that tail and it kicks you.
I don't know, man.
That's
There's been times where, for me personally, like, there ain't nothing. It's just...
Dude, I could see David Hayes with a kangaroo.
100%.
I mean, I really could.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe on Facebook to have David have his kangaroo habitat.
He's got him leashed
I guarantee
up.
we'd probably be able to get it. No,
his habitat.
The kangaroo's trained.
Okay.
You're responsible for the kangaroo, though.
Yeah,
we'll fund the habitat.
I'm gonna sell my truck and just start riding it.
They're used to the heat, so it can handle it here.
What was the kangaroo's name on Winnie the Pooh? Was it Roo?
Yes, it was. It
There
was
you
Roo.
go.
Roo, Eeyore, Piglet.
Yeah.
How much Winnie the Pooh? Yeah. He gave donkeys a bad rap.
I mean, I think donkeys already gave Eeyore a bad rap. They were already like slow and but they were hard workers.
Oh yeah,
But
slow and steady.
They can tend to be a jackass. So.
They can. That's Liam's favorite animal.
It sure is. That's right. That's right.
I think just so he can say jackass.
Yeah.
Smart.
I don't know. I think he really likes. There's the one here at Zoo World. His name Jazz. Him and Jazz are like besties.
Yeah. Y'all got the year-long pass?
My mom always gets it for him for Christmas, and they always go together.
That's
kind of their thing.
How long has Jazz been there?
He's been there at least a few years. Because
do we know if it's actually the same Jazz over and over again?
I don't want to break nobody's heart. It's still the same Jazz. Don't listen, Liam. Oh man, there's so many other crazy ones.
There's one over here that I'm like contemplating. Should we read? It's not. It's just one of the. It's a long article. Let's just do it.
Yeah, because we won't have one tomorrow because Keith will be with us.
I'm just going to read the article. Yeah. Parents in Florida sprang into action when they suspected the bus driver transporting their teenagers on a graduation trip over the weekend was impaired and wouldn't stop the vehicle. Keith Shiflett was charged with DUI, child abuse without great bodily harm, and culpable negligence in connection with the incident, according to the Highlands County Sheriff's Office. The group on Saturday started their drive to Daytona Lagoon, an amusement park in Daytona Beach, Florida, when they realized something was wrong. The passengers, which included 30 students and 6 adult chaperones, said they suspected Shiflett was impaired and tried to get him to stop the bus. Huck then called 911 for help. Another mother recalled her daughter, calling her to say the charter bus driver was speeding, swerving, and running through red lights. The parents on board described the terror they felt as the bus continued barreling down the road. I'm kind of skipping through some of the quotes here. Giselle and her husband, Freddie, hopped in the car and began driving toward the bus, hoping to slow it down. They said, we kind of took off and rushed to the bus. When we made it to the roundabout up here, I was like, get in front of him and let's make him stop. Diaz said the bus finally came to a stop in the roundabout behind the braking car. Huck said it was a miracle that the driver decided to stop and that no one was hurt. Another parent, Ann Glover, described Freddie Diaz as the hero of the day. Wow. Yeah. A statement from Shiflett's employer, Holiday Coach Lines. President Michael Canago said he had been with the company for 8 years and has always passed random drug and alcohol screening. So, man, wild though. At first when I was reading this, I thought it was talking about like little kids on their way to school. Like, oh my God, still doesn't make it right. It's anyone driving, period. But then now you've got people, that are headed to a fun event and whatnot. But kudos to those parents for stepping up and stepping in front, literally, of a bus with their own vehicle. Man, that's absolutely wild.
At first, I thought he was talking about Chris Farley.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
In a van down by the river?
Yeah. There you go.
It could be in a tent by the river.
Ooh, maybe. All right, and that's the end of our Afternoon Delight debrief segment. When we get back, we're going to talk a little NHL, NCAA regionals, and the Women's College World Series is set. Jay, I think maybe on Thursday we'll each do a regional bracket and see how well we do.
All right.
Maybe this will be worth 5,000 points.
Oh, please.
Then we'll really lose.
And I can't even pick it, though.
yes, you're out. No picking for you. Oh, but yes, you're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida is celebrating 7 years of broadcasting history by giving you a chance to win the Atlanta Braves 7-year send-off.
That is gone!
Starting Monday, June 3rd. Listen weekdays at 7:40, 12:40, and 5:40 to qualify for the grand prize. 2 amazing tickets in the Xfinity Club to see the Atlanta Braves Saturday, September 7th versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Plus hotel and spending cash from ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good afternoon. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. The rest of the day, sunny and a temperature of 89 with wind 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the west. Clear skies tonight, a light breeze and warm near 74. Mostly sunny and 90 tomorrow. 88 and some sun with a light breeze Thursday. Friday, mostly sunshine and a temperature about the same at 86. This is your Tuesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Dothan and Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job, it's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, our family protecting your family.
Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios. He has over 10 items in the express lane. He pays with checks and he doesn't return his shopping carts.
You have ruined groceries for me.
Now back to Ryan Mulvey and the Inside Drive. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And we're back. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida on this Tuesday, May 28th.
Yes, it is.
All day, right?
Yep.
There you go. There you go. Appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you hanging out with us. We're going to have a fun week, as we mentioned. We will be heading to the Emerald Coast Middle School on Friday to be live on location for the QB Vision Elite Retreat. A lot of D1 commits already coming to that thing. And we're just going to write down a plethora of questions and just start throwing them at these guys and having some fun.
Yeah.
And maybe, hey, we'll get out there. You can run some routes.
Can we do that literally? Can we write them down on a piece of paper, ball them up, and just throw it at?
No one's stopping us. So why not? Or we could do one of those the bingo things and just it'd be bundled up pieces of paper and they got to open it up and answer the question.
Oh, I love it.
That would make it interactive. They'd be like, who the heck are these guys?
Yeah, who's your favorite fullback of all time?
Yeah. Easy one.
What?
Juice. It's got to be Juice, right, Jay?
I don't know, but D1. I mean, these kids are already committed.
Several of them are, yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
Wow.
We're getting close.
Till the next best NIL deal comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You commit to one place and then you go to the next place.
I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be.
I'm
great.
looking forward to you driving us down there.
Where is Emerald Coast?
It's really not as far as
the Emerald Coast.
Yeah.
That's it.
There you go. Now it's not that far past Origins, if you know where Origins is.
Okay.
The only tricky part is we got to be very strategic because you know what's happening this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Gulf Coast Jam.
They're gonna be throwing chairs off the stage.
Yeah. Over under if he shows up. That's the big bet around this place right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, I hate to say this, but I'm just gonna say it and sound so I hope he doesn't, bro. I hope he doesn't because last year I had tickets and whatnot, and he didn't. So honestly, I hope the whole kerfuffle happens again. Like,
I haven't heard the word kerfuffle in a hot minute.
I just hope he doesn't. And I
like a
hope all
cluster,
of you
what?
are mad right now if you're listening that I'm saying that.
Shut up, David Hayes.
Yeah. Text in, bro. I don't care.
Yeah, bring it.
Are y'all going this week?
No, Lord, no.
No. I've got to. Liam's got to. He's going to the QB next Saturday and Sunday.
You can give me free tickets and I wouldn't sell them.
Yeah. I just too many people, man.
And hot.
Yeah. Oh.
There we go. Call it.
You're caller number 1. Tell us why you don't like David Hayes' comment. Because I spent $1,200 on tickets. That's why. Well, it is what it is.
Yep.
But yeah, that's going on. So we got to be. Now, we're leaving. It shouldn't really impact us on Friday, even on the way back, because it really gets going like mid-afternoon. So we should be okay. Worst case scenario, we sit in traffic and watch poodles.
Right, that's it.
How about we find a poodle? We'll bring a poodle and just let the poodle go and see how many people get out and chase
Then
it.
we're all arrested for animal endangerment.
Yes, it's okay. We'll be in the ESPN Northwest Florida van. So
this is content, bro. It's content.
This is these poodles agreed to this. They signed the waiver.
They shook our hand.
Yeah, absolutely. No dew claw though.
I've been watching Fallout, and I never really played the game or whatever. But I will say that show. I'm like halfway through the first season. Pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty dang good. And I think that something like that could actually happen, man. Would you be a vault dweller or a surface dweller?
I think it'd be more fun to be a surface dweller.
Yeah.
Just roll the dice.
I don't know about fun, but more interesting.
Yeah, no. A little more.
We'd be thriving.
Yeah, yes. We would certainly be thriving. I feel like, you see what happens.
Right.
If you go in the vault and you just lock yourself in, that's not as fun.
That's for the rich folk.
Yeah. That's what they all did. And no, I'm not going to go down that one. That's one that I don't want to. Maybe. He just blasted Morgan Wallen, so.
I like the band's music and everything. I'm just saying, I guess I'm being vindictive, which is not a good way to be at all. And it's really narrowed down to very...
It's very, very, there's just one direction.
Yeah. It's even more narrow than that. I'm just not going to airify it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Anyway, all right, we'll pivot back to sports.
Yeah.
Because I was going to go on a Hawaii conspiracy theory.
Oh, let's just do that, brother. Are we talking about blue roofs or what?
No, we're talking about all the underground places that Zuck and Oprah and all them have built in that land. Anyway, NHL. How are your Dallas Stars doing? Do you even know?
We have a team in Hawaii. No.
I have no idea. Please update me.
They're actually doing pretty well. They're up 2-1 in the series after a good comeback win yesterday. And, so they've got an opportunity. Both series are 2-1. The Rangers and the Panthers, obviously we'll go over all the scores and the pick'ems, but that one game, I think the shot attempts were 109 to 44. Shot attempts. Now, those aren't on goal, but 109 shot attempts by a team in a single game that you lose in overtime.
Ooh.
Insane.
Okay.
That'd have been tough. That would have been a tough one to swallow as a Panthers fan.
That series has just been like if you can't watch that series and get into hockey, you have to go to a game. But if you can't watch that one and just kind of be mesmerized by what's going on, then I hate it for you.
Yeah,
I hate it for you. Much more, and I'm a basketball fan, but much more entertaining to me than basketball.
Yeah, no doubt. That game 3 was wild. For the Panthers to lose that game was just mind blowing to me. And then the goal they scored on was just a shot from the point that got deflected right in front of the goal.
But how much of that do you think plays into the fact that Bobrovsky is not seeing a ton of shots? So Shesterkin is just like do. They're hitting them at him like it's a racquetball wall or something.
Yeah.
Whereas Bobrovsky's going, 5-6 minutes without seeing a shot, and then all of a sudden, kind of an easy one comes in, and it just slips right through the breadbasket.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I mean, it's kind of like if you're a fighter, you take one shot, it kind of gets you engaged and gets you going. But I mean, the Rangers are living and dying by Shesterkin right now.
Yeah.
If he let up 4 goals, but on that many shots, I mean, and they won. Both of their wins have been in overtime. The Panthers won game 1, 3-0, and they get to play tonight as well in not in Madison Square Garden, in Sunrise, Florida, as he told me. I learned all about that. But we'll talk about those scores, and in our last segment as well, we'll pick the 2 games tonight, Jay, and see how you do.
Who do you like with the NHL moving forward? Are you kind of going with the Panthers since it's home state?
I mean, the Rangers, the Alabama to my Auburn. So
I was talking to your dad about that yesterday.
Yeah, we hate the Rangers.
Yeah.
It's like growing up, a lot of us played hockey. A lot of us loved watching. We'd get 15, 16 of us to watch Stanley Cup playoffs together, and it was a line in the sand. You were either a Ranger fan or a Devils fan. You had some Islander fans, but they were kind of like, you didn't really talk to those people.
Right.
And then of course you had some Flyer fans as well, because all those teams were within 40, 50 miles of each other at that time. The Islanders have since moved to the Barclays Center, but
I got you.
But yeah, the Rangers. Yeah, you were the Devils fan or a Rangers fan?
I will say though, watching the Rangers throughout the playoffs, nothing, just the jerseys, man.
Yeah,
I absolutely love the jerseys. I don't know what it is about them.
I've found myself rooting for them a couple times here and there, and I'm like, well, when they scored that overtime goal, I was kind of excited for them.
Yeah,
more so because they were dominated in shots attempts, and then they win, and like the Panthers are like, it sucks.
Yeah,
you played that well to lose the game, but that's what makes these series so fun.
I really want to see. I think Florida Edmonton would be really fun, but I think that Florida Dallas. I
think whatever matchup, it's going to be great.
Exactly right.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's why these series are 2-1 right now.
What series have you enjoyed more though?
Rangers Panthers.
I mean, you just yeah. I'm right there with you. Dallas and Edmonton has been fun. It's just a little different feel, like old time hockey with Florida and New York, and then kind of more modern with a lot of depth for Dallas, and that's really what kind of saves them against Bouchard, McDavid, and Draisaitl over there for the Edmonton Oilers.
And that's because
Roberts had a hattie last night.
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
yep, some crazy stuff, that's for sure. But yeah, the we could dive into this more, but I think I would. I don't know. They're all good. That's what's. I mean, you're down to the conference finals, so
yeah.
And it's kind of.
It wasn't that way in the NBA this year.
No, and that's what's wild is on the NBA side, we got one sweep, and you're about to potentially have another sweep tonight in the conference finals.
Yeah,
and then these two, I think.
Which I saw coming from the east side.
Yeah,
I did not see that from the western side.
No, I mean, especially with how high everybody was on, Edwards and Cat and all them, and they just kind of, sometimes it's tough.
Does defense? I guess the deeper that you get in the postseason, defense doesn't play as big of a role as maybe what we thought. And
on the basketball side,
on the basketball side, and I also think that the cohesion between Luka and Kyrie there's something to be said about that, man.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of kudos has to go to Kyrie because he's kind of silently assassinating the way the thoughts that people had set in their mind about him.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean,
he's got cool shoes. Kind of looks like Pocahontas out there.
Yeah, he does. I mean, but you're right. I mean, they're just kind of taking over games, and you get on these hot rolls at certain times. I mean, just like you can during the regular season, you do it in the postseason. It's even better. Jay, you want to share with the class what you're talking about?
Bro, he's texting like a pro over there,
and he's laughing.
No, I was just texting with that. We had mentioned something about Birmingham Southern.
Oh, yeah. And you were texting with the golf coach?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Verbatim.
Okay.
Bleep out the.
All right, 2 words. Financial mismanagement's what he said, and he's leaving it at that.
That's fair. I wouldn't want to out him or make him feel responsible for any of this.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll peel back the onion and find out some more information.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what we're talking about. I mean, if you're, maybe there's somebody who was stealing money or something. I don't know.
Is he rooting for the baseball team?
I'll have to.
Poll question.
Yeah.
Right. Don't tell him that we're going to be talking about this on the air.
Yeah. Does he know you're on the air live right now?
I just texted him and said that, yeah.
He's like, great. Thanks, Jay. Thanks for this. I just, I'm not the golf coach at Birmingham Southern anymore. And then, you're quoting me live on the air without my permission. That's Radio 101.
Is that not, that's unethical?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just get to come and hang out here 2 hours a day. All these other rules I don't know about.
Yeah.
All right, real quick on the softball side of things, because we are moving on to the World Series already.
Yeah, brother.
But you had all the regionals that moved into the super regionals. The super regional over there in Knoxville, David Hayes' Alabama women Crimson Tide beat Tennessee 2-1 in that super regional. They move on to the World Series.
Bro, that was a heck of I didn't get to watch Friday's game. Saturday's game went 14 innings.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I was like 14
during the game.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling well, but I took 3 naps during the game. And
it was still on when you woke up after the third one.
Yeah, exactly. And then on Sunday, man, the first inning, Alabama hits a grand slam in the top of the first, then a rain delay. And then no scoring, I don't think at all, because I think the final score was 4-1. So they didn't score at all till the bottom of the 7th.
4-1.
And Tennessee's got, I think, bases loaded, or they've got women on first and third with. They got the bases loaded because a home run right here would be a walk off. Alabama gets out of the jam with Kayla Beaver, and Bama moves on. Man, this is gonna be a fun Women's College World Series. 14 seed for Alabama. Tennessee was the 3 seed, so that was pretty impressive stuff. There was a lot of games on Sunday that were just down to the wire.
Yeah,
man.
no, it was great super regionals. And speaking of the rest of them, you had the Austin Super Regional, which was Texas and Texas A&M. Texas being the number 1 national seed. They won 2-1 in that one. And then over there in the Stanford Regional, they were going up against LSU. Stanford was number 8 national seed there, and they beat LSU 2-1. Was there only one? Yeah, there was two sweeps, as we'll call them, out of the 8 regionals. But the Stillwater, Oklahoma
there was
Regional,
5 games on Sunday or something.
Yeah, there was. It felt like more than usual, but I don't really know. The Stillwater over there, Oklahoma State, they advanced over Arizona after beating them 2-1. The Columbia, Missouri Regional, Duke advanced out of that one. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Number 10 seed eliminated the number 7 seed 2-1 in that one, and then your Georgia.
Missouri was fighting back in the bottom of the ninth.
They were.
Too. I think there was just a 1-run game, man.
It was. I think that was on, and I had heard it anyway. And then Jay, unfortunately, your Georgia Bulldogs, they were bounced by, but they made it to the Super Regional. They were bounced by UCLA 2-0 in that particular series, but they had to go all the way out there to LA. That's a tough track. So bracket 1, you got Texas, Florida, Oklahoma State, and Stanford. Bracket 2, you got Oklahoma, UCLA, Duke, and Bama. Bama being the highest seed, or the highest ranked seed in the College World Series. But
Oklahoma and Texas for the national championship would be really cool. Just because they're not in the Big 12 no more. They're going to be in the SEC. It's normally Oklahoma's game, but Texas has been. Texas A&M gave Texas a run for their money, but just couldn't get it done in the last couple of innings there. Dude, softball is especially when you get to this point.
This is
of the
it's
year.
fantastic.
Oh, it's so fast.
Watch them play of hockey.
Yeah, and they make some gutsy plays too, man, and the ball can fly too. So I would definitely be paying attention to this Women's College World Series.
Red River Rivalry?
Yeah, that's what it was used to be called. I still call it that.
Yeah.
It's like you call it the world's largest cocktail party.
That's right.
Yeah.
Texas, Oklahoma.
There you go. Yeah. So technically, I was going to say you got 2 SEC teams in there. I mean, currently you do, but when is the official thing is like July 31st or something like that. But anyway,
come football season when it really matters, Oklahoma and Texas are going to be in the Southeastern Conference.
Spoken right here from Okefenokee Joe. There you go. So yeah, you'd have 4 teams essentially if you've moved Texas and Oklahoma to the SEC. 4 teams out of the 8 from the SEC, 2 from the former Pac-12. Stanford is going to the Big 12. ACC, that's right. Yeah. That's a weird one. So then you'd have Duke, Stanford, ACC, UCLA, Big 10, Oklahoma State still is going to be in the Big 12, right?
Oklahoma State, yes. Yeah. They will be the class of the Big 12 at that point in time.
Yeah. Which, man, next football season is going to be wild for so many different reasons.
We're going to have college football, the video game, to help us through this.
Absolutely.
We'll be able to see it and understand it before we even get to play games. And we're, about a month and a half away. And then I'm going to have to take a little hiatus.
Yeah, a little breather.
Nah, I'm just going to put a TV up in here.
You could, dude.
Wireless controllers.
I could. I wonder.
And we could have him we'll just do live play-by-play.
Dude, I'll just start streaming.
Right.
I'll be the next sketch.
Yeah.
What's up, sisters?
Are you taking Alabama right off the cuff?
The first game that I play is going to be, I'm going to play with Alabama. But then whenever I get to making a franchise or, creating a dynasty, I'm probably not going to start with Bama. No, I'm going to I might go with one of the Pac-2 schools like Oregon State or Washington State.
Got to go with the Beavers.
Yeah.
You don't really have a choice.
But then also road to, not road to the show, but, being your own player and stuff, that'll be fun too.
Yeah.
Taking Coastal.
I mean,
Coastal's a good one.
Liam's going to end up having the game, so.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays the show like all the time.
Just send him to school.
Yeah, that's true.
Summer school.
Since you said that, a couple quick things here. Some of the major updates on the EA college football. The gameplay will be much faster than Madden, Jay.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see indeed.
They can say all they want.
Gameplay footage is coming out soon. No mascot mode. I know that upsets. Well, I was going to say David Hayes, but apparently it upsets you.
Yeah.
Is that what you did all the time? You just played mascot mode?
It was a fun mode.
For 5 minutes.
I can live without it.
Yeah.
So the mascot, I didn't know that was such. I mean, like the mascot just doesn't appear.
No, you used to be able to play with the mascots.
Oh, never.
Back in the day.
Okay.
What's better is NHL.
Yeah.
You can play with the mascots on there, yes.
I miss playing NHL online. That was fun. No crossplay for Online Dynasty, which we already knew about that one, but you know what that means?
No, I do not.
Well, you're going to have to find out later. It just means different platforms. PlayStation can't play Xbox or computer.
Stinks.
I know, on Online Dynasty.
It's a good thing and a bad thing. The bad thing is now we've all gotten accustomed to crossplay and all of that good stuff. The good thing about it is that the servers won't be as bogged down, especially when it initially releases, because it's going to be bonkers.
You better have some good internet speed there.
But, you know, I will say, like, 04, 05, like NASCAR Thunder, the cars were going quicker, and it made it more fun. It was faster. And then all of a sudden, when you get to today, I know the graphics are a lot better, but it's slow. I mean, it's slower to me. I mean, don't y'all agree?
Probably because you're playing on Rookie or something. No.
It could be.
I haven't played a modern NASCAR game.
Or just football in general. Like, it's slower to me.
It does seem like, man, that's hard because I would have to actually go back and physically play those. Like, I played NCAA Game Breaker 2001 on the PlayStation 2, like, probably a year and a half ago or so. It was very slow. Very, very, very slow. So I don't know, maybe that's just a figment of your imagination.
Yeah, or it's the more arcadey motions, like this kind of stuff versus they try to make it realistic. So you're moving more like a human being would normally move. That may be it.
Yeah.
But we need to take a quick break before our last segment today. You're listening to The Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. We're taking the Inside Drive.
And if you look up Warren Spahn's first year in baseball, it was pretty disastrous. And it looked like he was going to be sent back down to the minors. And instead, he went and joined the Army and went and off and fought in World War II and came back and then worked his way back into the majors and then had this amazing, 20-plus year career.
Middays 11 to 1. ESPN Northwest Florida.
With over 65 years of combined experience, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to help you take your collection to the next level. They carry all the new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. They sell and trade cards and are always looking to buy. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards is open 7 days a week at 752 West 23rd Street, down from Academy Sports. It can always be reached at InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
New ownership and brand new renovations at Bayside Marina, the one-stop shop for all your boating needs in Panama City. Boat storage, valet service boat launching, pontoon rentals, non-ethanol fuel, on-site mechanic, ice, drinks, cleaning station, live bait and tackle. Our marina store is loaded. Relax and enjoy your day on the water at Bayside Marina, Big Daddy Drive, Panama City Beach, or call 850-234-7650. That's 234-7650. Is your restaurant looking a little tired from the long off season? Is your office a little offish? Start the new year off right by giving them a fresh start. Fresh Start Cleaning is now accepting new clients. Ask about their complimentary hood cleaning services. Fresh Start Cleaning. Get clean again with Fresh Start. Call 850-771-6917, 771-6917, and ask about their complimentary hood cleaning services.
Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios. He gives out raw scallops and Time magazines for Halloween. Jay is part of the Inside Drive. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And Welcome back. It's our final segment on this Tuesday, May 28th. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. All right, we're a little tight on time there, Jay, so we're going to dive right into our pick'em results, even though I don't really want to because it wasn't pretty for me and you. And David Hayes is back to where he needs to be. It's unfortunate. Anyway, we'll start with the first game. That was the Rangers-Panthers game from, I believe, Friday night, which was game 2 in that one. And the Rangers, as we mentioned, they won that one in overtime as well. I believe the final score in that was just 2-1, wasn't it? I got to go back.
I believe it was, yeah. Because it was like
2-1 in overtime. I think I got lucky on that one, too.
Was it Lafreniere? I don't know. He had a big, maybe that was game 3. He had the big one in.
Yeah, Goodrow scored in overtime.
Oh, yeah, Barclay Goodrow. That's because he's a former Lightning guy. He was my favorite couple on that year's Cup run.
I started out good. I got that one right with David Hayes. Liam and you both took the Panthers. And then the next game is when it started to go downhill for me. We did the Oilers-Stars game 2. That was the Saturday night game, and the Stars won that one 3-1. And I was the only one that didn't pick the Stars in that one. Bummer.
Stars aligned for us 3, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then game 3 with the Rangers-Panthers, we were talking about that a little bit. That was the overtime game there where the Rangers were severely outshot by the Panthers, but won that one 5-4. I and Liam picked the Rangers. Y'all picked the Panthers. So all of us had 2 through 3 pick'ems. Here's where it started to change for us, especially. Me, I didn't get another one right the rest of the pick. T-Wolves, Mavericks game 2. We all took the T-Wolves. Mavericks obviously won. They haven't lost one yet. And then Celtics Pacers game 3. Jay, you were the only one to take the Boston Celtics in that one.
How about that?
It could have been even worse if Damon would have took the Mavs and the Celtics.
Pacers, oh man. I see, I'm from a different standpoint of Doc A, like where it's like, yeah, they let's just be honest, they pissed away those games, but they had no business being there. There was no Tyrese Halliburton. I don't look at it. I mean, I wish Rick Carlisle had a little bit better time management, but at the end of the day, as a Pacers fan, it's just kind of like, I don't know how much, how heavy the foot was for Boston Celtics on the gas pedal.
How were they, they Porzingis, could he have played, and they just rested him, that kind of stuff. But, you were there, and, that's a big step in the right direction, no doubt about that. But, you were the only one, Jay, that got that one right. And then we picked game 3 of the Dallas Mavs and the Timberwolves. And obviously we know Dallas hasn't lost yet. So David and Liam got that one right. You and me both got that one wrong. Dang it. Probably the biggest upset of the entire weekend when it comes to sports. Maybe not the biggest, but close. And we all picked Man City. Man City ended up losing in that one. And I think they were plus minus like 350 or something like that.
Put a $2 bet on it and won like $20.
Yeah. It was crazy. I mean, and that's, that's soccer or football, excuse me, is you just never really know because possession and, it's such a big game and you can die. And they were up 2-0 late in that game. And then Man City was just pressing. They got a goal and they just couldn't overcome it. So Man U is the FA Cup champions for this season.
And we picked Man City.
All of us picked Man City because everybody thought Man City was, the bookies, I think they were going for their 5th or 6th, FA Cup final in a row. And Man City's just been one of the best teams over there in Europe for the last however long. And big shocker there. But the Man U teams were excited.
Don't follow the crowd.
He hates Man U, though.
Yeah.
Because he's a Chelsea guy.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And Liam likes Chelsea because he played with Chelsea all the time in FIFA.
That's pretty much where my love started for Chelsea, too. Didier Drogba.
There you go.
With the crosser.
And I didn't realize when Liam was saying Holland last Friday, he was talking about the Holland player for Man City.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't compute.
I thought he was talking about the country.
Yeah, so did I. It didn't compute until we were watching the game, and he's like, "There's Holland." I was like, that's what you were talking about.
Small little booger.
Yeah. I say those video games can make you know people. That's for sure.
That is where a lot of my knowledge just came from. People are always like, "You're so smart." I played a lot of video games, bro.
Well, when you're a kid too, you'll learn how to play games because of play. Like he learned a lot in how sports are played because of. I know it sounds silly, playing video games.
That's true. Look at iRacing and how these young NASCAR drivers are getting good because of iRacing.
That's right.
Absolutely. And speaking of racing, this is where it went downhill. Very quick. So we had the Indy 500, we had our NASCAR wildcard pick, and our NASCAR steady winner. Obviously, Liam didn't have a steady NASCAR pick, but on the Indy 500, pretty wild finish to that one. It was obviously it was delayed 4 hours because of rain, and I thought what was really cool is the whole entire crowd stayed there through the entire rain. I mean, I don't know. But I mean, I guess if you're going to the Indy 500, that's kind of a bucket list right up there with Super Bowl, but Churchill Downs, Kentucky Derby, that kind of stuff. I mean, it's up there. It's up there.
I mean, I would say it's the Super Bowl of the Indy Racing League.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and way more entertaining than F1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Monaco.
Hey, look.
It was
taking
cool.
Laps around Monaco again and again and again.
Let's look at all those $100 million yachts parked there, from the overhead drone shot over and over.
What a cool looking city, though.
Oh yeah, it's because
it's out 78 times.
Yeah. It's a very expensive place to live too as well. I think Monaco and Monte Carlo have like the most billionaire and millionaires per capita than any other place in the world.
I bet.
There's a place down close to Miami too that's like an island. I think that's close as well. Anyway, the Indianapolis 500, obviously 4-hour rain delay, got going, and it's kind of fun. We had some skin in the game, so you're paying attention to their fuel and their pitting and all that stuff, and it's just a fun race to watch. But the end was just intense because every time they got to the straightaway, somebody was passing, and you just thought whoever's going to be in second going into that last lap is going to end up winning. That actually wasn't the case. And it's been 22 years since you had a back-to-back Indy 500 champion, and that happened this past weekend. But O'Ward, and at one point they thought that I think he was Mexican or Latin American, something like that. Would have been the first time his nationality had won the Indy 500, and he took the lead going into
Mexican because I remember when he said the Mexican is.
Yes, he was pumped up. That's who Liam learned to play pickleball. Anyway, so O'Ward passes Newgarden, I'm thinking on that stretch going into the final lap. So you think, he's got it locked in. And then coming around, I don't know what turn it was they came around, but Newgarden got in front of him on the outside on a turn and then never looked back. Back to back.
And that was a fun race.
And even O'Ward too, something I noticed, and I wouldn't have noticed it unless the announcer said it, but when he got the lead, he went down real low on that one straight because he was trying to break the draft.
Yeah.
And I was like, it makes sense. It makes sense. But man, it was intense.
Open wheel moving 230 miles an hour, no thank you. Like, there's no way. I mean, I'll jump out of an airplane before I do that.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Let's sign up.
Right.
Yeah, they got it right here.
Yeah?
Yeah, they do. 100%.
I had heard if you jump out of a plane, though, that you don't feel how on a roller coaster.
Once you hit terminal velocity, it feels like you're
What does that mean?
The fastest you can fall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So your stomach doesn't feel like it's in your throat?
Because you're not feeling that feeling anymore because you've caught up to, but now, till you get to there, let me find out what terminal velocity speed is.
I would like to skydive and land on the back of a shark. Or a killer whale would be rather awesome.
So you're just going out in the ocean? What happens if you miss?
Well, at least I'll have a safe landing.
For a human being, terminal velocity is about 120 miles an hour.
Okay.
So once you hit that 120 miles an hour, you're not going any faster anymore.
Okay.
So that's why you don't feel the feeling of like that your stomach coming, and that's why like the Tower of Terror and stuff like that, you feel it because you're not ever getting.
You're almost getting there.
I don't know if that's 120 miles an hour. That ride may be a little dicey.
Jay's golf swing.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Almost.
It's about 114.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's still up. That's still impressive.
It was
generating that. But yeah, a stable free fly head down position produces a speed of around 150 to 180 miles an hour. But yeah, once you're there, then you get to that position, you're good to go.
Terminal velocity, Ryan says.
I know, I love that.
I do too.
There's a movie, Terminal Velocity, too, I believe.
Yeah.
Starring Wesley Snipes? No, maybe.
It sounds like a Snipes movie, but
I don't know. I don't. Anyway, so.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So with the finish order there, and this was, we had me and Liam both had a couple bucks on this gentleman, but David Hayes. None of us got the winner, which is fine. But David Hayes, of course, had the person that finished the highest, and kind of is what it is. You kind of expected it. He had Alexander Rossi, who ended up finishing fourth, and then Jay. Who did we have?
Jay had Larson.
Larson, yeah.
You had either McLaughlin or Ferrucci.
I had Ferrucci, and then Liam had Power. But what was the finishing order? Yeah, so you had, obviously, Newgarden won. Pato O'Ward was second. Scott Dixon is another one I placed a couple bucks on just because the Dixon Racing name. Finished third. Alexander Rossi was fourth. And then Ferrucci ended up finishing eighth. And I don't even know where. I think Power might have had a wreck. Or no, he finished 24th. He was a few laps down there, right ahead of Marco Andretti. That's how I know I'm getting old, because now the youngest of the Andrettis is like been doing this for a while. It's kind of like what you were talking about with the Champions Tour.
And notes for next year, if you can't pronounce their last name, they're probably going to be pretty fast in the Indianapolis 500.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, Newgarden, first person in 22 years to go back-to-back at the Indy 500. I think he got a $440,000 bonus because he won back-to-back, so he ended up winning around $3 million.
Helio Castroneves, which is like the name that I threw out when we were the last one to do it back-to-back.
And he was on The Bachelor at some point, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sure.
Charlie Sheen was in Terminal Velocity.
There we go. And it was a type of fella.
Had to sneak that in some way.
Thank you.
Wild thing.
Thank you. He could throw that ball pretty hard.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, absolutely. So then on the NASCAR side of things, so did Kyle Larson end up making it?
He made it. He was there at 9:19 at Charlotte Airport, got helied over, and then I'm thinking, all right, maybe they're just going to delay this race a little bit just so that they can get Kyle Larson into Allgaier's car and, make it work out all perfect. And then next thing you know, I'm outside, like, just kind of waiting, watching the rain delay, hoping that they, get back to racing. And I didn't even see him call the race. I was up till, like, they had already called the race, and I'm watching NASCAR Hub, watching, like, recaps of the whole race, waiting on them and changing it back to pickleball and the women's lacrosse championship. I learned so much about lacrosse, such a cool sport.
Well, and women's lacrosse is so different than men's lacrosse, too.
Tomorrow, break that down.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The field, the sticks, the equipment, the rules, it's all very different.
They got penalties. I didn't know it was like a little, it's not a penalty box, it's a penalty yellow chair or whatever, but cool, and their little goggles that they wear.
Yep, got to protect the eyes.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And they got the slits in them so you can't poke them, but you're wearing gloves too. No, the girls don't wear gloves, do they? I don't think they do.
Do guys wear helmets?
Guys wear helmets, shoulder pads, gloves.
I was like, what is going on?
Oh, yeah, and you're allowed to hit. In women's lacrosse, it's more like the original kind of Olympic lacrosse from back in the day.
I would like male lacrosse then, because I was liking the women's lacrosse.
And there's a lot, and we can talk about this tomorrow. It's something I didn't get to today, but like Jordan Faison, he's the freshman at Notre Dame. He plays football and lacrosse, and there was a good featured when they do on SportsCenter on Sundays, and they were talking about all these, like Hogan, Chris Hogan for the New England Patriots. He was a huge lacrosse player, didn't even play football until later on in high school, because lacrosse is just a combination of all the sports, soccer, hockey, football. It's very, very physical, and the athleticism you need to play lacrosse really carries over to the other sports as well. But
I told my dad yesterday, I was like, I'm going over to Ryan's house to play pickleball, and Dad goes, now, is that the where you holding the net and everything? I said, no, that's not.
So now we know. Real quick, because I know we got to go. David also got the two NASCARs with Byron finishing higher than Larson, Blaney, and Reddick, and then Denny Hamlin finished higher than Elliott and Logano. So David got 6 on that one. We had 2. Liam had 3. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be back tomorrow.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.